Hey everyone, this is Jeremy of your Puyallup EdTech TOSA team. And in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can copy a test quiz that's in Schoology to one of your courses so your students can go ahead and take the test. There's a lot of different pre-made test quizzes that are already in Schoology for you to be able to use. And so it's really nice to be able to take something that's already been done for you that you can go ahead and use for your class. So the first thing you're going to go ahead is make sure you're logged into Schoology. So I'll get logged in here. And most pre-made tests that you're going to look for are going to be in groups. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on groups at the very top up here. And a great place to find them is the PSD Curriculum Repository. This is a great resource to find lots of different curriculum materials in it, such as pre-made assessments for your students. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the title of this one. And there'll be announcements that'll be set to it, but I'm looking for the resources section right along the left-hand side. So I'm going to select resources. Okay. And the file folders that are set up here, I'm going to look for a third grade math assessment. So I'll select elementary K6. When you're in Schoology and you're opening up a folder, you always want to select the title of the folder, not the folder icon itself. And I'm going to look for third grade. Here we go, right here. And since it's in math, I'll select the math folder. And I want to use one of the third grade math quick checks. Now this one here is actually set up as a link. It's going to take me to a different Schoology group where those math quick checks are at. Here they are. It actually opened up the SBA, ELA, and math supports group. And let's try this operations and algebraic thinking, this target B. I haven't done one of these ones yet. And there's 3 different math quick checks set up in this one here. So let me try this one right here. Now, one cool thing about assessments in Schoology, I can take a look at what's on those assessments before I copy them by selecting the title of the test. So I want to select that. It's going to show me the different questions on the test. Even shows me the answer choices. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different test questions. I'll go ahead and take this one here. So I'll go ahead and close this preview page there. And to copy an individual assessment over, I'm going to go to this gear icon right here. I'm going to select the gear icon. And I'm going to go ahead and select Add to Course. Schoology is going to ask me what course I want to copy it to. I'll move it to my practice course right here. So I'll put a little checkbox there. And since I'm moving an individual assessment, it's also going to ask me if I want to change any of the categories or the scales to it. For you to be able to use an assessment in Schoology and have it automatically populate your gradebook, you always have to have a category set. So I want to select category and I want to move it to formative. So these are all categories that I've already set in my Schoology course. So I'll select formative. The scale is set to numeric right now. I'm actually going to change that one to the elementary grade book scale. Okay. And then the rest of these I can change later on if I would like to. If I already have a folder set up in my course for assessments, I can go ahead and move it straight to it too. The maximum points, there's only 6 test questions on there, so it's actually only going to be 6 questions. I'll go ahead and I'll click Add. And now that test questions, or that specific test has been moved to that course. Now, what if I want to move just an entire folder? So instead of always having to navigate to a group and then just take one test at a time, I can actually take an entire folder set's worth if I want to. So for example, if I want to take this Target D Operations and Algebraic Thinking folder, I can do that by going over to this gear icon on the right-hand side. If I select the gear icon, here's this Add to Course icon again. So I can say Add to Course, and it's going to take the entire folder this time. So here's my practice course again. I'll checkbox that one. It's going to ask me if there's another folder I'd like to put it in. But you'll notice this time it didn't ask for anything like grading period or category or any of that kind of stuff. That's because there's multiple tests in there, and I need to go into each individual assessment to change those settings if I'd like to. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add to take this entire folder right here. And with that there, I've copied over an assessment to one of my courses, and I've also copied over an entire folder of assessments. Stay tuned for another video that walks us through how do I enable a test.